Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Comic 87 YouTube channel. Tonight we have a VREL playoff match between the Shadow Kings and Nordique Tactiques. Shadow Kings hosting on this one. Let's pull up the tournament so far. Shadow Kings arrived at this home team position through a victory over the Sunset Ravens last week, and Nordique Tactiques arrived in round 2 through a bye in round 1. That is thanks to their position on the leaderboard before the playoffs started. So here we go. Nordique Tactiques hanging out very comfortably at number 2 on the leaderboard with a 1625 matchmaking rating. And the Shadow Kings trailing behind by a few, hanging out at number 6 with a matchmaking rating of 1512. So checking out tonight's maps, we're going to be looking at Sand, Arctic, and Egress. We'll pull up the team pages and see how they perform on those maps. So starting first with Nordique Tactiques. Looking at Sand, they have played once and won. Looking at Arctic, they have not yet played in VREL. And looking at Egress, they have played once and won. So their overall rankings here in VREL, match stats, 3 wins and 3 losses. Sliding over to the Shadow Kings, a couple more games, but kind of a similar split, 4 wins and 5 losses. However, if we're looking at the maps for tonight, Sand, they have played once and lost once. Arctic, they have played once and won. And scrolling down to Egress, they have played 3 times and only won 1 out of those 3 matches. So the Shadow Kings definitely the underdog team based on the statistics and the MMR tonight. But let's see how they do. I think the teams are just about ready. I'm going to fall back and check in with the captains in the lobby, and we will be right back. All right, guys, welcome. We're just checking out the map here, getting a good overhead view of Sand. The first objective for this evening will be the West Side Fountain or West Side Courtyard objective, just west of the center building. There's a number of objectives on Sand, and I don't think we're going to get to see them all tonight. For anybody that's not familiar with the game mode that we play here for the VREL season, we're playing Uplink. The teams that get to take turns playing offensive and defensive rounds, one and then back, so to speak. It's a tough start for me tonight. Either way, on an offensive round, a team can earn up to 2 points for capturing this objective by entering a 7-digit code within the capture radius, which is different, a little different for each objective. For this one, you're pretty well in the open or tucked in behind these boxes and those walls to really get an effective capture there. The defensive team has the advantage in that there is a timer, so the offensive team is limited to 5 minutes to capture that objective or to kill everybody on the opposition team. So either team will get 1 point if they eliminate the entire enemy team, and the defending team will get 1 point if they're able to defend the objective for 5 minutes. We have Shadow Kings starting on offense at this time and this round, as they are the home team. And Nordique Tactiques will be starting the match on a defensive round. We're just waiting for the teams. Looks like we have all of our players finally, so they're just drawing up their plans and getting ready to come in. Taking a look at the roster tonight. For the Shadow Kings, we have the longest name in Onward, Major Captain Doctore. We have Mobstar, Llewellyn, Sharkfish, and War Within. And starting out for Nordique Tactiques, we have Lutenate, Farmer Boss, Buck 911, Rufio, and Peace Seller. So I know that the teams have had all of their players for a couple minutes now, so things should kick off fairly soon. Get a little fly around here. Most of the offensive spawns are going to be outside of the walls of this little mini village here. And I believe there's a couple that are inside on this objective. Again, Sand has so many objectives and so many spawns, it is actually a little bit hard to keep track. And if it's hard with this bird's eye view as a caster, I can imagine it's no easier for the teams as they're playing. Little fly around here. I'm not seeing anybody in the chat yet, but I'm sure that'll take off in a minute. It usually does. We're gonna play a little bit of mess with the cast. There we go. We are now up to 3 viewers and nothing in chat. I am running multiple monitors this evening, so you guys will have to forgive me if I'm looking away. I am still looking at relevant things. We should be just about set up here. There we go. And up to 5 viewers. There we go. I think the I think the teams are starting to... There we go. Usually there'll be a little ping on Discord, hey, we're getting started, and the views will take off. All right, right off the bat, we're going to catch up with... Let's start on... There we go.
Hi, Cal.
Catch up with the Shadow Kings.
Hi, Cal.
Hey, Cap. Hey, Sharkfish. Good to see you guys have your humor. Looks like we are going 3 to the outside. Sharkfish pushing through the middle, and Llewellyn on the lone flank moving to the south. So Shadow Kings did get the eastmost spawn. I'm just going to make sure we got lasers on. I can already hear Lampy and a couple of my other teammates screaming at me to get those lasers going. Sharkfish looking for the early line on center building rooftop. We do have Lutenate over here. He might be able to get some audio cues off of Mobstar. Watching that long angle. This is going to be dangerous for Cap Doctori and War Within. I think this might be our first engagement. Maybe not. Rufio takes Mobstar. Cap Doctori gets Lutenate. Evens it right back out at 4 apiece. Farmer Boss rotating to cover that angle that they lost. And Rufio focused intently, waiting for more action to come on that side. Cap Doctori, War Within, advancing in towards Farmer Boss. They're going to cross with Peace Seller here. What is Cap Doctori seeing? Nothing yet. All right. War Within looking for the long line from Billboard. A little bit of a tight map with all these buildings. Speaking of, just get a good look at who is where here. There we go. Grenade comes out. Looking for some contact out of Sharkfish. Still watching those lines. These 5-minute rounds go very quickly. Both of these teams are keenly aware of that. Llewellyn pushing for that flank still. If he's quiet, he will be able to get Buck. Peace Seller still tucked in. War Within still on the rooftop. Shadow Kings do need to make a move though, as half of their round is over with only one kill apiece and 2 contacts so far. Yes, Oddball. Under Armour sweater, Under Armour hat, Under Armour everything if I'm being completely honest with you, and a house full of Huggies and Pampers. Just checking out the chat there for a minute. We have contact. Buck able to get Sharkfish, giving away his location, presumably to Llewellyn. Peace Seller takes Major Cap Doctore with a headshot. Llewellyn gonna grab Buck. Evening it. Oh no, not evening it up. Sorry. Nordique Tactique with a 3-2 advantage with only a minute and a half left. Peace Seller gonna be looking for Llewellyn. A lot of eyes, a lot of action here. Lou, where are you looking? A lot of corners to clear here. There's going to be a moment where those lines just barely cross, and I don't think Peace Seller was looking for it, neither was Llewellyn. 50 seconds left in the round. Shadow Kings do need to make a move. And there it is. Peace Seller able to get Llewellyn. Does he rotate, or do they have a good count? War Within with a flash. Gonna get picked up right here by a headshot. Farmer Boss takes the final kill. Good round for Nordique Tactique. 3-up defense. Finishing that first round very, very comfortably. Let's see if the Shadow Kings can answer with a defensive round of their own. Coming out of that one, Peace Seller with 2 kills, and everybody else taking around 1 apiece where appropriate. We'll get another fly around here of sand. Not a very large map. Lends itself well to the VREL format with the 5-minute timer. However, 5 minutes is not a lot of time. As you saw, Shadow Kings there running a little bit low on time. As is always the case, I'm going to ask the chat to keep me apprised of any audio issues, as those tend to be the thing that my Achilles heel with these casts. We may see some other objectives as we get through the rounds here on sand. So there is the objective inside of radio. We'll potentially see. We always tend to see, and now that I said it, we won't, but we always tend to see the objective in here in center building with the sneaky cap spot of dropping in from the rooftop and tucking into these crates right here. As well, another common objective that we may see is the billboard objective, which actually spawns underneath the billboard in the 3-bay garage here and is sneakily capable from this ramp on the back of the building. Alright, let's catch up with Nordique Tactique. We'll cruise in here on to Farmer Boss. Shadow Kings and Nordique Tactique have met many times in many leagues, in many scrims, and many public lobbies. So these teams are very familiar with each other. I believe that the Shadow Kings are running their bilingual spy tonight, just in case they are able to pick up any of the French comms coming out of Nordique Tactique. Llewellyn pushing the 2nd floor, but he is being looked for. There's a little bit of a meta spot. Peace Seller able to get him. A little bit more of a focused single direction push here early on by Nordique Tactique. Sharkfish able to down Rufio over the wall. Unfortunately, with the revive, Sharkfish has given away his location by throwing that. But callouts are going to come out, and Shadow Kings are going to be watching that door very closely, I'm sure. Major Cap Doctore hanging out on top of billboard with a good line on that door if Peace Seller or Rufio happens to cross into that line. Sharkfish with the good call out calling out 3 different voices. Very, very impressive, especially when you don't speak the language. Calling out 3 different individuals there. Peace Seller. Major Cap Doctori. War Within gets Loot 8. Farmer Boss and War, I think, are going to be our next contact here. War Within, grenades, Loot 8, phenomenal. He's getting one of these.
From downtown.
Love those grenade kills. Excellent. All right. So right now, Llewellyn, Major Cap Doctori are down. Loot 8 is down, leaving Nordique Tactique at a 4-3 advantage on the offense. It is very difficult to defend this this wide open objective with less than 3. So Nordique Tactique has 2.5 minutes to capitalize on this advantage, if they have a good count. Peace Seller getting that line. May not be expecting Sharkfish. Sharkfish, though, looking for Rufio. May not be expecting Peace Seller. I think we're going to get some action out over here. Buck 911 takes War Within, leaving the Shadow Kings with only 2. Sharkfish probably going to get Rufio. However, he's going to give up that location to Peace Seller. And this is what we call onward timing. Sharkfish looking for Rufio. Does he see him? Sharkfish, headshot on Peace Seller. Able to take out Rufio, but goes down to Farmer Boss. Mobstar defending on his own. Goes down to Farmer Boss. Farmer Boss taking that powerful, powerful position up on the roof of the center building. Fantastic play by Nordique Tactique, taking that that first offensive round of their own. Taking this to a 2-0 Nordique Tactique advantage. Very hard to come back from that when you are not on the bulk start. Shadow Kings are going to have to pull up their bootstraps here a little bit if they expect to turn this one around. Right on. So Farmer Boss and Peace Seller. 4 kills for Peace Seller, 3 for Farmer Boss. That'll be your top fraggers after 2 rounds. Phenomenal. We have a new objective, and it is looking like the produce market here. I actually don't even know what we call it objective. This is not one that I expect to see very often. Definitely got some sneaky cap spots in here, though. Although you do have to get into the building, you have not 2, not 4, not 6, but 8 doorways that you can get in from. So lots of opportunity for the offensive team to catch defenders by surprise. And as far as capping, not the easiest cap, but you can get some cover and cap against walls and against boxes. So a very, very cappable objective. I expect to see some outward looking in angles coming out of Nordique Tactique, probably the second floor garage here. Look again, probably one from radio, and almost guaranteed to have one inside of this little shop here. I want to see how this defense plays out before we catch back up with the Shadow Kings. Buck going through the soccer field there. Gonna get audio cues off Llewellyn and Cap Doctori early. Mobstar, War Within, Sharkfish pushing to the east side. Llewellyn surprises Buck. Peace Seller hiding in that shop I was talking about. Gonna have to rotate to cover that line. That's a tight angle. I really like that. That's gonna be very effective unless he gets onward timed. Good thing that Peace Seller moved there. That grenade might have got him. And Capitoctore gets Peace Seller from behind. Excellent pincer play there by the Shadow Kings. Farmer Boss, though, able to rotate there and get behind Mobstar as Mobstar comes out. Shadow Kings at a 4-3 advantage on the offense. Sharkfish, very powerful position. Although, I think we might be looking at a team kill if there's no comms coming out here. Almost a team kill. Was that Capitoctore? Yes, it was. Are we getting comms out of that?
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, we got some comms there. Shadow Kings are now keenly aware of where each other are. Sharkfish definitely giving audio cues to Luton. Luton's going to be looking for him. Smoke's coming out on a Farmer Boss. This is going to force him to rotate. But he's able to take Llewellyn, bringing it back to 3-3. Which in this case I would consider to be a defensive advantage on this objective. Farmer Boss going to have that long line on Capitoctore through the building. 2.5 minutes. Is Sharkfish aware of Luton? There is the question. Sharkfish going to go down here. Luton picks him up with the G36. Leaving it all down to Capitoctore, who's in a good cap position if he can surprise Rufio here, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. Does he check? Nope. Is he able to cap? Not quite. War Within takes Farmer Boss with a headshot with 1 minute and 21 left. I wonder how close Capitoctore there was for the cap. War Within able to tag Luton. Gets Rufio. Does he clutch this? 46 seconds. He's got 2 mags on the ground here. And has he used... I think I did hear that 203 smoke go. So War Within probably running a little bit low on utility, a little bit low on ammunition, and a little bit low on time. This is where that Volk advantage comes in. Luton with a phenomenal line. Knows exactly where War Within was and knows that there's not a whole lot of time for War to rotate. However, Luton playing with the pistol and not the good one. War Within takes the clutch. Phenomenal. Shadow Kings get their offensive round. And just like in my splash screen there, War Within able to take that with the pistol. What a phenomenal clutch. So good. So exciting. Both players down to their last mag, empty their last mag, and onto their pistols for that final moment of the match, or of the round with 4 seconds remaining. What an absolute clutch by War Within. War able to catch up to Peace Seller with 4 kills. Farmer Boss now takes the top fragger with 5. Outstanding. Why don't we take a moment here, pull up our commentary page, and we are going to set the map and the score. Oh, that's right. Sand is a custom, so it's a little bit further down my list here. And we're going to pop up 1 point for the Shadow Kings and 2 for Nordique Tactique, just so that we can keep track of things here. Pop right back over to the main. I bet the teams are just sweating in the lobby, figuring out where it goes from here. Shadow Kings will need to take at least one more offensive round. That would have been negated had Cap Doctori gotten that cap, but just not able to get that in time. So Shadow Kings looking for, at minimum, one more offensive round, and they're going to need to win this this defensive round as well if they want to stay in the game. Shadow Kings getting the opportunity now to defend this wide open objective.
They don't have farm.
Cheaters!
Yeah, so what that was a round reset. Nordique Tactique reset the round. You guys may have heard the Shadow Kings joking about cheating there. I'm not going to accuse anybody of cheating. I don't believe that the spawns for this objective are really going to change much. When a team resets the round, the two teams get the same spawn. Same spawn when they respawn in again. So that can be abused in some circumstances, but between these two teams, I don't actually suspect that, and neither do the guys on the ground, I'm sure. Let's see, do the Shadow Kings defense look anything like Nordique Tactiques? Cap Doctori pushing into the middle building. Mobstar gonna get audio cues off of Buck here. However, he's intentionally giving some audio cues there too. That would have been a phenomenal grenade if it hadn't got caught. Cap Doctori takes loot Nate.
-1, got center building,
Good.
on the roof.
Good call out. Well, nearly good call out. Peace Seller gets war within, Peace Seller. There's a trade.
Killed one. Okay, I'll pick him up.
Shadow Kings with nobody on the objective. Risky, risky, risky. War Within gets revived by Llewellyn. Bring this to a 5-3 advantage for the Shadow Kings. War Within downs Farmer Boss 100% from downtown. What a great grenade. War is a surgeon. Almost. I was just about to compliment him on his utility usage. He always manages to kill me with it, but misses with that confirm with the C4. Buck gonna be looking for Mobstar, making noise there. Mobstar playing this very smart, leaving lots of audio cues, knowing he's in a fairly safe place, safe from behind, safe from in front with cover there, and he's gonna be delaying that. Oh, Rufio, Cap Doctori trade. War Within gets Farmer Boss on the confirm, but Buck able to pick up War Within. So War got a little bit greedy there for his pickup. This leaves Buck with Mobstar, Llewellyn, and Sharkfish. And again, just looking at this defense here, Shadow Kings playing that defense I was kind of talking about before the previous round. That outside looking in defense being a little bit more effective on wide open objectives like this. However, if Mobstar goes down, there is nobody on the objective to prevent the quick cap. Llewellyn's able to get a couple of those doors, and Sharkfish able to get a couple. But there's definitely a line here if Mobstar goes down for the cap. We've got 12 concurrent viewers going right now. That is outstanding. Usually it's just the teams and friends of the teams, I should say, that are watching my casts. So I'm excited to see just a couple more viewers here. So thank you guys for sticking around. Get going there and chat, and let's have a good one. Buck pushing Mobstar. Interesting choice of tactics. He had lots of time to rotate away from the soccer field there. Mobstar making some noise. I don't think that was intentional. Buck has been pretty quiet here. Minute 27 is a long time. Buck must have made a little bit of noise. Mobstar knew he was there. Swung the corner, takes the kill. Shadow Kings tie it up. Still do not have the Volk advantage, however. Let's take a look here at the scoreboard. War Within with 6. Takes Top Fragger away from Farmer Boss. And looks like the Shadow Kings are starting to find a groove. Can they hold this momentum against Nordique Tactique? And we'll pop in over onto the commentary page here, where we get to give the Shadow Kings one more point, tying this up at 2 apiece on sand. Now, within the VREL rules, only map wins are going to count, and it is a single elimination tournament. So it's first to 2 maps. So if the winner of map 1 also wins map 2, map 3 does not get played. I believe map 3 was Egress tonight, and map 2 being Arctic. So yeah, 2 customs and a fairly new vanilla map. That is going to affect the teams and their motivation to win map 1. Arctic is probably the least commonly played custom that's in the rotation for most of the leagues. So be interesting to see how the winner of map 1 affects the outcome of the match. We'll pop right back in here as the teams are getting ready to load in to a billboard objective. Nordique Tactique defending, starting on the outside wall. Shadow King starting the complete opposite side of the map here. Let's zoom over, give everybody a little bit of motion sickness, catch up with the Shadow Kings, and see what kind of offense they bring together. So Mobstar pushing that single push towards the previous objective. Probably going to try and push through from here. I'm not sure if I would go center or garage, but he's definitely going to be watching this door unopposed as the defense. Oh, Buck might surprise me on that. It looks like Buck has pushed into the center building. I don't know if that's going to be our early contact, however, with the remainder of the Shadow Kings pushing that far northwest corner. Looking for this line. Nobody. Oh, there he is. I was going to say, I thought I saw someone on the outside. There it is. Major Cap Doctori gets Rufio. I think Rufio catches bullets from around 3 of the Shadow Kings on that one. Giving away their flanking push, however. Mobstar is going to have to make a move here onto Buck and draw some more of that attention away. Is Buck able to make this rotation quietly without giving up any audio cues? He is. This is going to be it. Mobstar just onward timed Buck. I was not expecting that at all. Onward timing is the term we use when a moment is the difference between looking the right direction and looking the wrong direction. Major Cap Doctori, does he get behind cover? He does. Cap Doctori in the cap radius. Does not get the cap out. We'll get rid of that. Good count. Peace Seller with the headshot on War Within. Sharkfish drops Peace Seller. And Mobstar able to squeeze inside for the cap. I did not even see that. Shadow Kings take that with a cap. Take map 1. Outstanding. Mobstar, I'm sorry, buddy. I wish I would have seen you squeeze inside. I absolutely would have gotten the cap timer up. That was outstanding. Great game awareness, knowing where everybody is there, knowing the count, and realizing once it was down to 1 and having somebody on the ramp on the back of the billboard that the front was going to be open. Fantastic map and game awareness there out of the Shadow Kings. Let's queue up the next map and see where we're going. All right, guys, pop into the commentary screen here, the scoreboard, for just a moment. The teams have chosen to rehost, so I'm just waiting for the lobby details to pop up and load into the next map and see where we're going. I will give you guys just a little bit of the musical stylings of Daddy by Day Media while I figure out where we're going next. All right, guys, so the reason for the rehost there is because customs do not always show up. And as we already knew, the second map is going to be Arctic. So we're going to bring Arctic up onto the scoreboard. And then we will find our way into the map and see which objective the teams are going to be playing first. And it looks like it's going to be over here, southeast objective. Quite frankly, probably my least favorite objective to defend. So hopefully the Shadow Kings are able to hold this one down and maintain that Volk advantage. Let's take a quick check on the teams. Looks like Nordique Tactiques is still waiting for 1. And I'm not sure if they are subbing out or if we're going to get the same roster back for round 2. Or map 2, I should say. Alright, take a peek over here to the chat. What's going on, guys? By this point, you will have seen that comeback that Oddball Gaming called. So good job, Oddball. Thanks for the vote of confidence for the Shadow Kings. That you probably made that call when they were down by 2, and they were able to accumulate 3 rounds back to back and 4 points. What a phenomenal comeback. We got Tempest in the chat, Smith's in the chat, Gun Grip Customs VR, and Mr. Wade Watts. 17 views and 10 concurrent hanging out with us tonight, so thank you guys so much for sticking around. The problem with running the delay, so for anybody that's not aware, I do run a delay on my cast, so everything that you guys are seeing happened 6 minutes ago. The reason for that, with the 5-minute rounds, nobody can snipe the cast and inform the teams of what's going on from my perspective, because I really have a phenomenal perspective. So I do run a delay, so if you guys ask something in the chat or you're interacting in the chat, I apologize. I'll get back to you eventually. Looks like we have everybody. Yep, and looks like it was Luton that was missing, so coming right back in. We got the same roster for both teams opting not to make any substitutions for map 2. I think in my early primer there, I looked at Arctic and the team's history on it. I think the Shadow Kings are statistically a little stronger on Arctic, but it's a very, very tight map, and if you don't play it often, which I don't think many people do, we're going to have some issues.
We sure did.
I know, we did. We came up with the plan. The plan worked.
The plan worked flawlessly. That's right, guys. Keep that momentum going, but don't get too cocky. Let's catch up with Nordique Tactique and see how they answer that Shadow Kings comeback. They really do need to break this momentum coming out of the Shadow Kings early on this map. Mobstar coming out, looking to contact Rufio potentially, or Farmer Boss, depending who comes out of that door. Mobstar, Farmer Boss through the door. Phenomenal. And also gets Rufio early 5-3 advantage for the Shadow Kings. Let's catch up Peace Seller and Buck. No way. War Within. My friend gets the downtown kill with the grenade yet again. And the confirm was not needed. That was not a down, my friend. That was a kill. For anybody that's not aware, downing someone with a grenade, fairly common, yet difficult. Such as that. Sharkfish takes Peace Seller and confirms him. But the grenade kill. Oh, and Mobstar takes Luton, leaving the Shadow Kings with a 5-up defense. Absolutely dominant on that first round. Nordique Tactique gonna have to answer this and break this momentum very soon. Out of that one, Mobstar takes 3. 2 really early, and I believe the final kill. Sharkfish getting the grenade down and the confirm, and War Within with an insta-kill with a grenade is not something we see very often in Onward. Just phenomenal utility usage. I do not want to ever play catch with that guy. Yes, Oddball, you did call the comeback. Wade Watts having a little brain explosion there. Mind blown in the chat. Yeah, outstanding. We've had nothing this match except for clutch rounds, close rounds, dominant rounds. Every round has been exciting. This is just outstanding. What a great night for a cast. I'm having a blast. Thanks, guys. The chat is now catching up to the victory there on the cap on sand by Mobstar. All right, and so it begins. I'm gonna do the same thing this time. Hanging out with Nordique Tactique.
Chez vous, là, c'est pas grave si vous utilisez des smokes pour les ralentir.
The tension is high. I can tell the tension's high because the teeny tiny little bit of French that I have the command of is not quite enough to pick it up as Nordique Tactique rushes their way through early round comms. Ooh, early grenades coming out. Looks like that was Luton onto Llewellyn. Peace Seller takes Mobstar. Rufio looking for the same line he went down to. Where is this action? Oh, Peace Seller with a absolutely filthy urban prone. I like that a lot. Good job. And we do have to be careful with that urban prone in between vehicles like that, because it will put you more than 50% into Rufio downs Luton. Sharkfish gets Peace Seller. Major Cap Doctori downs Farmer Boss. And gets the Cap Doctori gets the confirm as well. Rufio able to revive Luton. Undoes whatever damage he had there. Luton, though, making lots of footsteps, lots of crunchies right in front of Sharkfish. Gonna go down right here. Sharkfish with the AUG headshot. Sharkfish is gonna want me to call out that AUG. Good job, Sharky. Leaving Nordique Tactique with a 2-up defense. This is an objective you can defend with 2 or even a last man. But, well, actually, I think Nordique Tactique's still in a good position here. Shadow Kings only have 2, and these lines are both going to be watched. Shadow King's going to have to take advantage of every moment of the 3 minutes remaining in this round. Oh, smokes right onto Buck. This is going to cause rotations. This is going to cause stress. This is going to cause pre-fires for sure. Lots of utility. Also going to hide some of those audio cues. However, is it effective enough? I think it's a little early. These smokes are going to start to dissipate. Lines are already rotating onto Sharkfish. The other thing that smoke will do is smoke leaves a trail as you throw the grenade. So it kind of gives away your location. As you can see, Buck just rotating, seeing that smoke come in from over the building, rotating to look for War Within, a little bit of onward timing, tucks back in. War Within does not pop out, gives a little teeny tiny peek. Really, really tight late round defense here by Nordique Tactique. With such an exciting match, I'm surprised that we don't have more viewers. War Within just looking for this tight line. Time is not in his favor. Same with Sharkfish. Sharkfish rotating around the long way. War Within going to have to cross Rufio's line. Sharkfish going to have to cross Buck's. Patience is going to be of the essence here. No way. That was a flash. I thought that was going to be a frag. War Within takes Rufio. In position for the cap. Not in the cap radius. He's going to hear this. Sharkfish takes Buck. Shadow Kings go 2 up. Shadow Kings go 2 up on Arctic right off the bat. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here, leaving Sharkfish. I think there, yeah, Sharkfish is the top fragger. 4-0 after 2 rounds. Good job, Sharky. Very good job. Let's pop into our scoreboard page. Get a little break from some of the noises of Onward as the teams load up into the next round. Get a good overhead view here just to hang out where I think the audio is going to be a little friendlier. A little bit better audio. I'm going to pop over into the chat, pop over into Discord, see what's going on. War Within's grenade now also also hitting the YouTube live. And getting some reactions in the chat. That just outstanding. As a father, I love a good game of catch. I love going outside, tossing a ball around. Whether that be a football or baseball or softball, I'm always happy. But man, I hate playing catch with War Within. I lose every time. All right, so the next objective that we're going to see here in Arctic is going to be the warehouse objective. Highly, highly capable and very difficult to defend with all of this cover.
I would watch that middle alley. If anyone's going to go down first, it's going to be
There
short.
we go.
Because he's pushing them. So watch that middle alley. Oh.
Good comms, good plan coming out of
No, I'm pushing middle out. Just middle
out of the Shadow Kings. I apologize for favoring the start with the Shadow Kings, but I can commentate on their early game comms. I'm having a lot of difficulty keeping up with the French here. Next time I cast you guys, Nordique Tactique, if you could just slow it down. I got an elementary understanding of the language. I'm very sorry. Sharkfish a little exposed. Not necessarily fully exposed, but having to cover not only this exit, but also might have to turn around if Rufio decides to take this alley. Now, if Rufio goes through the building, is Mobstar... There we go, that looks good. Rufio pushing Sharkfish. 203 frag comes out. Sharkfish gonna have audio cues on Rufio. Phenomenal. Good kill with the tar. Llewellyn takes buck. Peace Seller. Headshot on Llewellyn. Gets the refrag. Shadow Kings 4-3 advantage. Smoke goes out. This is going to screen war within from seeing Peace Seller's cross. Farmer Boss making lots of noise over there for Sharkfish. Peace Seller able to get in. Sharkfish takes Lutenate, and Major Cap Doctori puts a stop to that push from Peace Seller. Leaving just Farmer Boss, but with over 3 minutes left. Farmer Boss not watching the right line. Sharkfish takes him to end the round. Shadow Kings go up by 3 on Arctic. Sharkfish 7-0. Sharky, that's not fair. You gotta put that away, man. Can't show off all those skills all in one match. Doesn't look good. No, phenomenal. What a great showing. But yeah, definitely top fragger, 7-0. Everybody else kind of hovering around the same, between 1 and 3 kills apiece. So Sharkfish stealing all the glory here. And Nordique Tactique going to get the opportunity here to defend the warehouse objective. Right, and we're back into the scoreboard page. I need to revamp the scoreboard a little bit. I think it's a very capable scoreboard that was designed around a different game format, so it looks a little plain when we're only playing three maps. All right, Shadow Kings getting the same spawn here on the opposite corner of the map. Little tense. Things are a little quieter in the Shadow Kings camp right now. Nordique Tactique opting to push their defense out a little further. Oh, that grenade. So very close. Mobstar, Peace Seller gonna come in. Peace Seller takes Mobstar. That early kill. Shadow Kings down by 2. Mobstar and Llewellyn already. Sharkfish kills Cap Doctore. Farmer Boss kills Sharkfish. Loot gets war within. And Shadow Kings absolutely fall apart to Nordique Tactique. Nordique Tactique goes with a 5-up defense and absolutely destroys the Shadow Kings' momentum. That was 6 consecutive Shadow Kings rounds, and the value in Onward, for anybody that's not aware, the value of breaking that kind of momentum is unmeasurable. So this could be Nordique Tactique's opportunity to turn this all around and drag this into a map 3. Where, if we're being honest, based on the little pre-match primer that I put up there, Nordique Tactique stronger on egress, if I remember the statistics. Shadow Kings, of 3 egress maps played within VREL this season, they were only able to win once. All right. Team should be loading in shortly. I guess a good idea here would be to highlight the next objective. Right in here between the 2 white cars on the center lane. I am not a fan of this objective, and I don't think I know it well enough to speak on it. I know you can cap it from behind these cars, capping it prone, but so does everybody else, and the defending team definitely going to be looking for that. Other than that, it's going to be very important for Nordique Tactique to pick apart the Shadow Kings one at a time. This is a small map, and that 5 minutes is more than enough time to pick apart a defense. Definitely more go, Oddball. Definitely more go. All right, let's catch up here with Nordique Tactique. Let's see how we go. P-Seller looking for the early push. May not see it. Does not look like the Shadow Kings are... Oh, Rufio takes the Weller. Where was that? And Buck takes Mobstar. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Major Cap Docteri able to get the refrag there on Rufio. However, still at a 4-3 disadvantage. War Within with another phenomenal grenade. And this time, still not able to get that confirmed with the C4. I'm sorry, War.
One's in the dome, he's still down.
Good callouts, though. Good callouts. P-Seller takes Major Cap Doctore. There we go. War Within. Getting his pickups. However, Sharkfish and War Within. Sharkfish downs himself. This might be it. Pick up.
Check left when you go out the door.
Sharkfish sees the trade and goes down to Luton. Like I was saying, this is exactly what I said. Break that momentum and steal the game. Nordique Tactique putting on an absolute masterclass on how to pick apart a defense. Couple small mistakes made by the Shadow Kings there. Just capitalized on. You cannot let that happen. That team kill, the self-down, these are not good things. So Sharkfish goes down from 7-0 to 6-2. P-Seller able to catch up with 6. Maybe not officially the top fragger, but certainly had a way more successful round than Sharkfish did. Shadow Kings losing 2 rounds in a row after winning 6. Can they capitalize on this objective in the same way? Sorry, I use the most sensitive mouse profile, maybe not in the world, but certainly in in my world. So, if I bump my desk here, you guys get a view of the sky or the floor. Get a good overhead here. What I should do is pop over to the commentary page and show Nordique Tactique able to pick up those 2 rounds from the Shadow Kings on Arctic. Absolutely outstanding. All right, and the teams are loading in. We are just now crossing over 10 o'clock local time. So I got to be a little bit quieter. One of these teams needs to win soon, because if I keep getting excited, I'm going to get myself in some trouble here. Nordique Tactique. Good split. We got contacts coming out everywhere. Llewellyn takes Buck. Mobstar takes Farmer Boss. That breaks things down quite a bit. Smoke coming in. Sharkfish takes Luton. Downs Luton. Gets smoke. Smoke all over the objective. Sharkfish. Mobstar in the cap radius. Wait for it. There we go. 13-second cap for Mobstar. I got the cap timer up, buddy. I'm sorry. We're going to run some capping practice this week. I guarantee it. Right on. So with the 13-second cap, Shadow King's able to bring that back, take the map 5-2. Before everybody starts to leave, let's grab another look. Sharkfish able to recover his 7th kill there on that round. And Mobstar able to get, I believe it was Mobstar that got the cap. I think. It's not showing on the scoreboard. But it certainly looked like Mobstar got the cap. And that is it. That brings it to a 5-2 Shadow Kings win on Arctic. They take 2 maps back-to-back, which means the teams do not have to play Egress. Shadow Kings will advance to round 3 of the VREL playoffs this season. And Nordique Tactique eliminated from position 2 on the leaderboard to a bye in round 1, eliminated in round 2 by the Shadow Kings. This is the come from behind underdog story that I was kind of alluding to in the pre-match primer there. So good job, Shadow Kings. Very, very exciting match to watch. Like I said, excellent grenades, headshots everywhere, rounds that went down to the last 5 seconds, the last 4 seconds. What a great match. Thank you guys for my viewers, for the chat, everyone participating in tonight's cast. Thank you for making it just that much better. We're gonna keep it open. We're gonna hang out for just a little while longer. The teams are still in the lobby, and I just want to make sure that they're not opting to play a map 3 just for fun. Like I said, these teams have played each other many times. They are very friendly, and I would not be surprised if they decide to play map 3 outside of the playoffs, just so that they get the opportunity to play a little bit more. So let me check in with the captains and check in with the lobby, and I will get back to you guys. Okay, still looking at both teams in the lobby. There's been no change, so I'm not sure what they're doing. But in terms of the playoff match, absolutely, it is now over. Those 2 caps by the Shadow Kings, the cap that secured sand for them, and now the cap that secured Arctic, it just shows how valuable those objectives are. Getting those 2 points in a single round just pushes you so much further ahead in terms of sand. On Arctic, there was a little bit of insult to injury as the Shadow Kings finished with 5 points instead of 4. But capturing that objective was just the easiest way to bring that round to an end. Like I said, I had the cap timer up there, 13-second cap. So even though not the most effective cap ever, or not the fastest, I should say, still very effective. All of that smoke on the objective, all of that support fire that that Mobstar had there, just absolutely outstanding. Now, I just got word from the captains through Discord that that the match is officially over. They're just hanging out in the lobby, having a good time and having a chat after the match. So we will leave them to that. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I am Comic87. This is the Comic87 YouTube channel. Thanks again, guys. Have a phenomenal night.